We started as a retail app startup where it's a bit of a marketplace where we invite 3 different groups of people to play in that space. One of the issues that I face as a startup CEO is that I do not have the incapacity to have an in-house development team. I think nobody does, right? Nobody does at a startup level because it's pretty expensive. Struggling to find someone that had the same entrepreneurial mentality as us, because as a startup, you have to move very quickly. Traditional development companies or development firms have a very almost a waterfall approach to a lot of their projects. And that can mean your projects become very rigid and stuck. And when you need to pivot, it's hard to pivot because you've got to go back and requote and rescope and all that. Now, coming across someone like Ravi, on the other hand, Ravi has a very, very ingrained entrepreneurial mentality. And so pivoting for him is very, very easy. And when I met Ravi, I thought, having him on my team actually solves a lot of problems. iotasol solved my problem with a growth-oriented approach, and it's perfect for a startup because you start here, then you build that, then you build that, and you build that, and then eventually you have a full stack solution. Whereas if you try to build it all up in one go, first of all you exhaust your funds very quickly, you screw up your cash flow, and you might wind up building something that no one wants to use. Whereas with their approach, or with their approach married with our vision, we have a plan to get to market that is feasible and possible. With iotasol, it's an interesting proposition because you have a lot of the intellectual property stuff here in Australia, which means I can deal with the team, on a real-time, on-time basis. And then what happens is that then we do all of our work upfront, and then it gets done, and the rest of it's offshore. So we have a 24-hour turnaround. So I get the best of both worlds. In terms of changing our processes, iotasol didn't have anything to change. As a startup, I don't have any processes. So that's the cool part about working with iotasol, because they've done this so often. They already have a process for me to piggyback on top of. And that actually shortcut a lot of my development time.